If you keep getting interviews but not getting the job, this video is for you. Because at that point, the problem is usually not your CV anymore. It's what's happening in the interview room. A lot of South Africans walk out of interviews thinking, I think it went okay, only to get a rejection email a few days later. No feedback, no explanation. And after a few of those, you start doubting yourself. You start wondering if you are saying the wrong things, or if you are not good at interviews. If that's where you are at right now, I want you to hear this clearly. There's nothing wrong with you, but your interview preparation might be missing what South African employers actually care about. In this video, we are going to talk honestly about interview preparation in South Africa, why so many candidates keep getting rejected, and what you can do differently so that interviews stop feeling like guesswork. By the end of this video, you'll understand what employers are really listening for in interviews, how to prepare properly, and which small mistakes are costing people jobs without them even realizing it. If you are watching this right now and you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit that subscribe button. This channel is about real job advice for South Africans who want results, not just encouragement. Interview preparation in South Africa fails so many candidates because most people prepare for the wrong thing. They prepare answers, they memorize responses, they practice sounding impressive. But interviews are not exams. South African employers are not listening for perfect answers. They are listening for how you think, how you communicate, and how you would fit in their environment. Many candidates come into interviews speaking in generic phrases they picked up online. They say what they think the employer wants to hear, and that's exactly why they don't stand out. Recruiters and hiring managers in South Africa sit in interviews all day long. They can hear rehearsed answers immediately. When your preparation is only about what to say and not how to say it or why you are saying it, interviews don't go well. That's why people walk out feeling hopeful, but employers walk away unconvinced. Let's talk about what employers are really looking for, because this is where clarity changes everything. In South Africa, employers are under pressure. They have tight teams, limited budget, and very little patience for hiring mistakes. So in interviews, they are asking themselves simple questions. Can this person do the job? Can we trust them? Will they make our lives easier or harder? They are not just evaluating your skills. They are evaluating your judgment, your attitude, and your reliability. They are listening to how you explain your experience. They notice if you take responsibility or you blame others. They watch how you respond when you don't know the answer. Often, the decision is less about who is the smartest and more about who feels the safest to hire. Once you understand that, your interview preparation becomes calmer and more focused. Proper interview preparation in South Africa starts before you even think about answers. The first step is understanding the role properly. Not just the title, but what the job actually involves on a day-to-day basis. You need to read the job description slowly and ask yourself, what problems does this role exist to solve? Secondly, you need to understand the company. What do they do? Who do they serve? What kind of environment do they operate in? You don't need to memorize the facts, you need context. After that, you prepare examples from your own experience, not long stories. Clear situations where you handled responsibility, solved a problem, or learned something important. Good preparation is not about sounding impressive, it's about sounding clear. When you are clear, confidence follows naturally. Hi, I know I'm interrupting your video, but this is important if you are job hunting in South Africa right now. If you've been sending CV after CV and hearing nothing back, the problem it's not you, it's your tools. That's why I built the Job Hunters Toolkit. Inside you get 5 proven South African CV templates, 5 matching cover letters, a job-winning CV and cover letter guide, the 20 most common interview questions with answers, and even 20 job boards where you can apply, including hidden ones that most people don't even know about. It's everything you need to finally land interviews all in one place. Click the link up here or in the description now to grab it and give yourself a real chance, because you deserve it. Now back to the video. Now let's talk about interview questions, because many people fear this part unnecessarily. Most South African interviews use very similar questions. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about a challenge you faced. Why do you want this role? Tell me about a time something went wrong. These questions are not traps, they are prompts. Employers want to see how you structure your thoughts, how honest you are, and how you reflect on your experiences. When candidates fail these questions, it's usually because they talk too much, they say too little, or avoid responsibility. The Job Hunters Toolkit includes 20 common essay interview questions with best answers. If you want to take your interviews seriously, I'll leave the link below if you want to check it out. It will really help you nail those common questions regardless of the role you're applying for. The strongest answers are simple and direct. They explain the situation. They explain what you did. They explain what you learned. You don't need dramatic stories, guys. You need relevant ones. And if you struggle with confidence in interviews, I did a full video on that called The Secret to Interview Confidence. I'll link it up here and in the description below if you want to go deeper. Interview skills go beyond answers. One of the most important interview skills in South Africa is communication clarity. Can you explain yourself without rambling? Can you listen properly before responding? Can you stay calm under pressure? Another skill is self-awareness. Employers respect candidates who know their strengths and their gaps. Pretending to know everything creates distrust. Body language also matters. Eye contact, posture, the tone of your voice. You don't need to be extroverted. You need to be present. Strong interview skills make employers feel comfortable with you, and comfort often leads to offers. Let's talk about what actually works, not theory. Arrive prepared, not over-rehearsed. Ask thoughtful questions about the role and team. Be honest when you don't know something. Follow up professionally after the interview. A short thank you email goes a long way, guys. And most importantly, remember this: an interview is a two-way conversation. You are not begging. You are evaluating each other. When you approach interviews with that mindset, your confidence changes. Let's end with some common mistakes. Talking negatively about previous employers, giving vague answers, overusing buzzwords, trying to impress instead of connecting. Another big mistake is not reflecting after getting a rejection. Every interview, even a failed one, gives you information. If you don't learn from it, you repeat the same mistakes. Interview preparation is not a one-time thing. It's a skill that improves with awareness and practice. If this video helped you understand why interviews haven't been working for you, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps this channel reach more South Africans who are quietly struggling. The next video you should watch is what South Africans should stop doing in job interviews, because small mistakes are what usually cost people offers. My name is Alec, and this is 360 Careers, helping you grow, show up, and get hired. Let's go.